Hello and welcome to the Global Dialogue for Justice, now in its seventh year. This platform exists to confront injustice head on and engage the global community in conversations many prefer to avoid. For the past 6 years, we have worked relentlessly to inform the international community about the systematic persecution of innocent people in Turkey, and we will not stop. Silence enables oppression, and dialogue is a form of resistance. As we move forward, we are expanding our focus to address a broader range of urgent global crises that continue to shape, harm, and define the lives of people across the world. I am Dr. Merj Hemp, and I'm extremely proud to bring you this project alongside some of the most courageous scholars of our time. Tonight, it is my honor to welcome back two of the most respected scholars and valued contributors to the Global Dialogue for Justice. We are privileged to be joined by our professor and longtime advisor to the Global Dialogue, Dr. Bayram Erzurumluoğlu and Dr. Fatma Zehra Fidan, whose invaluable contributions continues to strengthen the guide this work. Thank you so much and welcome back the two of you to our Global Dialogue for Justice. Thank you very much. It's truly an honor to have you here. Dr. Bayram, please, you first, say hello to our audience tonight.
Hello to the audience. As usual, we don't have much good news to give them because oppressive regimes do not just kill their victims bodily, they wish to kill their spirit, their names, their honor. So, same is going on for the victims of KHK in Turkey or any other oppressed people around the world. In that sense, we obviously keep our spirit high, and then we keep our fighting spirit as high as possible, but will not be giving them good news as usual, just to prepare their hearts for the agony, for carrying the agony of oppressed people around the world. Thank you very much, Marjana, for inviting me again. Thank you.
Dr. Fatma Zehra Fidan, it's please say hello to our viewers, and we miss you, and we are welcome you back, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to go back Global Dialogue for Justice program. I'm very happy to join like this program. As Dr. Bayram says, that everything continue in my country, in all over the world. Leaders all over, most of leaders and our country leaders continue their injustice practices, unfortunately. But we continue to fight against them. We continue to work to have our rights. For example, in my country, KHK injustice continue, but the other fields continue injustice too. These are expanded in every day in my country, but we are as really persons continue refuse be silent and work against to injustice. For example, academic, we are academic and work scientific area. We are happy because of this. Thank you very much your kind invitation.
Thank you very much. Thank you to both of you. Continue and we explore and we ask you what's new and what you're working on, and also our continued effort to inform the global community of what's happening in Turkey that we've been working on for the past 6 years. I would like to address, or let's address the elephant in the room first. As you know, my country, as you know, I'm from the United States, and we have been going through so much in America that also affects places in the world. And for me, so many people have asked me, because I'm always doing this live stream and conversation, why I never address my own country, the issues in my own country. And I have Dr. Bayram, I have told you last time we spoke that there are so many things, when America is doing something, everybody talk about it from across the world, not just America, but everybody know the issue. We have the issue of tariff, Greenland, Epstein. These are talked about everywhere in multiple platforms. But then when we have issues like I told you, the one I'm passionate about, the babies in prison, the things that's happening in Gaza, it's like we never talk about, people don't talk about it as much. So, but also I would like to remind our audience, as an American scholar, my job, what I want is to represent my country as a good American, to tell people that also there are so many still good things left in America, and one of those is like to me is to try to represent the good people that are compassionate, that are caring. So this is what I've been trying to do, because my country is big. My country is complicated and it's full of so many things that still can be used and for the good, for the good of the world. And so this is why maybe I never engaged in negative rhetoric and to all these things that are happening, because I want to show people that we can do things that are good. And it doesn't matter whether you're in America or I'm in Finland or you're in other places in the world, you can still make a difference, and by doing good work, like saving animals, and then amplifying the voices of those voices are weakened. And so this is the things that I would like to offer as a scholar, and as me as a scholar on the move. So I thank you very much for this opportunity. So first, Dr. Varam, what I heard that you've been really busy. You and Dr. Sarah are really busy. I would like to see if you can share a little bit of what's going on as you continue to fight for justice for the victims of persecution in Turkey.
True. We are doing our best to be useful to all, basically. But in Turkey, the most oppressed section of society are KHK victims. Okay, to be honest, they are being treated like or as if they are no humans. They are no citizens. Okay, they are being treated. I sometimes use this word. I'm not sure whether I shall use it again or not. But they are being treated worse than animals. Believe you me, animals in our country have rights. Especially cats are special. They are being protected, fed, uh, caressed, basically. They are being treated as kings in my country. And uh, not as good as cats, but dogs are treated at least at a standard. But KHK victims are like witches of Middle Ages. Okay, um, but they are not just being treated as if they are themselves danger to society or danger to animals, danger to environments. You know, in the past, there were black propaganda about the witches, uh, uh, by saying that they are dangerous creatures who are being cooperating with Satan, devil, or all the demons, or all the bad creatures of the Middle Ages or dark ages. Uh, so that they are so dangerous to talk to or to support, to give support to, so they should be destroyed to keep the society safe from them. That was the propaganda of Middle Ages, you know. But for KHK victims, that that propaganda is even worse. That propaganda goes to their family members too. For the witches of the Dark Ages, I'm not approving this, obviously. I'm not approving, just I'm telling their stories. I'm not approving anything, obviously. Um, for the witches of Middle Ages, the witches were the danger. If, let's say, the witch is usually the woman, usually the woman doesn't mean the exclusively, not you. They most of them were women supposed to be, anyway. Let's say if the woman is declared to be the witch uh, of the society, danger to society, their husbands, their children, or their, let's say, son-in-laws, daughter-in-laws wouldn't be targeted for the supposed crime of the accused. But in our country, believe you me, KHK victims are targeted with their wives, husbands, children, grandchildren, son-in-laws, daughter-in-laws, even 2 or 3 more generations. And I'm not telling this out of my mind, or or doing this as if I have lost my mind. No, this is written in the policy books. Believe you me, they are there. They are still there. They are in the law. Uh, so basically, um, we are trying to protect the rights of those being accused by an oppressive regime, by an oppressive leader. And it is not easy. It is not easy to fight against those regimes. Oh, it's not easy to fight for the rights of the oppressed. As we are one of those people, um, even it is not easy for us to do it, but somebody has got to do it. Where we feel we have got to do it for our honor, for as a for of for as a duty for humanity, um, so that these operations do not go on forever. As I mentioned in my introduction, saying that these regimes do not just kill their victims bodily; they try to kill their spirit, their names, their honors. So basically, we are trying to protect the names, honors, spirits, and bodies of those who are being targeted by the regime by the way of uh, doing our victimization research or social research. Uh, Using the data from the research, we try to spread the truth as against the lies of the regimes. For example, I might be taking more than associate or required time for me, but I'd like to tell this. For example, this regime, these types of regimes use black propaganda, as I told you, very effectively to kill the names, spirits, and honors of these people, in the eyes of people who don't know the truth. Okay, for in our story, it's usually Europeans or American public, or those in the management or government hierarchy. The regime was always telling that the KHK victims were not victims at all. They were terrorists. They were criminals. They were, how should I say, betrayers of their nations. They were betrayers of humanity, this and that. But in fact, the regime was describing itself. But they've got so gigantic powers. They've got the media, they've got the money, they've got the power, they've got the army, they've got the police, they've got everything. So that they managed to be effective for some time. We have got more or less nothing, only our knowledge and our belief in the truth, belief in humanity. So we are fighting with this kind of regime in Turkey to get the truth out of all those propaganda.